What's up guys, the Snowman here, and today I've got another soccer football instructional video. We're going to talk about the 6 main types of forwards in soccer. You know, forwards, they typically play mostly in the attacking third. They play very high up the pitch, but depending on their specific position, their roles can vary greatly. So we're going to discuss these different roles of the 6 main forwards. We're going to give some examples as well of the best players at each position. Number 1, let's start off with what's referred to as the center forward. This player is an all-purpose forward whose role is to score the majority of his or her team's goals. They play centrally and relatively high up the pitch. Center forwards come in all shapes and sizes, and not only do they score plenty of goals, but they also aid in build-up play, setting up teammates, playing in through balls, retaining possession, getting on the end of crosses. When I think of the term center forward, it's a very versatile, multifunctional player who can score and do a little bit of everything on the pitch. The perfect example of this, Ronaldo Nazario, most known for the goals he scored, but truly a complete number 9, had the technical ability and the passing range to go along with the lethal finishing and positional awareness. Didier Drogba, another classic center forward as well. Our second type of forward is the striker, very similar to the center forward. However, they play even higher up the pitch, in fact as close to the opposing goalkeeper as possible. Strikers have zero defensive duties in terms of playing in their own half. They constantly keep a high line, applying pressure to the opposing defenders, and for strikers it's all about scoring goals. That's the name of the game. They're not as active in build-up play as center forwards, and one distinguishing quality about most strikers is their ability to peel off defenders and run into space behind, make those diagonal runs. Strikers are typically fast players with excellent ball control, and the perfect striker in the modern game for me is Robert Lewandowski, especially when he plays at Bayern Munich compared to the Polish national team. With Bayern, his role is purely scoring goals. His teammates are constantly spoon-feeding him. All Lewandowski has to do is finish, and like a pure striker, Lewandowski excels at scoring with both the right and the left foot as well as his head. Sergio Aguero, another great striker, exemplifies that stunning burst of speed to sneak in behind the defense. Third, we have the target forward, or the target man, which plays essentially in the same part of the pitch as the center forward. I just wanted to go over the target man quickly because its role is so distinct. It's a specific type of striker whose main job is to win high balls in the air, hold up the ball, and create chances for teammates in addition to scoring goals himself. The two defining physical characteristics of target forwards is that they're tall and strong. A perfect example of the target man is the Frenchman Olivier Giroud. He's tremendous when it comes to maintaining possession with his back to goal, allowing for teammates to join him, and then Giroud is a stud in the air, finishing crosses with his head, counter-pressing, jumping on loose balls quickly. Romelu Lukaku certainly has the physical tools to be considered a target man too, but I see Lukaku as more of an all-around center forward because of the speed and technical ability along with the strength and physicality. Next up is what's called the second striker. They play slightly behind the number 9 up top, so in a 4-4-1-1 formation, this is the player just off the shoulder of the lead striker. It's a pretty loosely defined position. You don't see it a ton nowadays, but it's important not to confuse the second striker with the number 10 or an attacking center midfielder. Second strikers aren't as involved in the build-up and orchestration of attacks as traditional number 10s, guys like Zinedine Zidane or Ronaldinho. Instead, they have a bit more freedom to roam around. They'll sometimes play up as high as the main striker or drop back and pick up the ball in deeper areas. Wayne Rooney was often deployed in this role when he played at Manchester United. He sat behind the number 9, used his dribbling ability to create chances and support his fellow striker. The playing style of the second striker somewhere between a striker and an attacking midfielder. The fifth type of forward is more straightforward. The winger is an attacking player who positions themselves in wide positions on the pitch. They used to be known as outside forwards, in fact. Wingers' duties are simple. They try to take on and beat opposing fullbacks on the flanks and then either cut in or deliver crosses from wide positions. They also spend a good amount of time inside the penalty box trying to score goals, but the delivery is a key aspect with wingers. One of the best wingers in the modern game is Kylian Mbappe, especially when he plays for France. Positionally, he stays very wide, one of the fastest players in the world, and you need that speed as a winger. You also need supreme dribbling skills, And if you ever hear the term inverted winger, that just means that a player is playing on the opposite side of the pitch relative to their strong foot. For example, Ian Robin would always play as a right winger. This allowed him to cut in and take shots on his favored left foot more comfortably. Finally, I want to talk about the false nine. Not utilized as much as it used to. The false nine, kind of similar to the second striker we talked about, plays further up than a traditional center attacking mid, but not as high up as a true striker. The false nine is an unconventional lone striker that drops deep into midfield, creating problems for central defenders, because if the defenders follow the false nine, that opens up acres of space in behind the defense for diagonal runs, and if the center backs leave the false nine, that gives them plenty of time and space to dribble or pick out a pass. It's almost like a striker midfielder hybrid. Spain used the false nine when they were at the peak of their powers from 2008 to 2012. Oftentimes it would be Cesc Fabregas in the false nine role, a sensational dribbler, passer, the ability to link up with the midfield. You need that great vision to play through teammates, making runs from deep to the goal. The false nine all about exploiting space and those intricate passes. But yeah, that's it. Those are your 6 main types of forwards in football. Thanks a lot for watching. Please check out my other soccer informational videos as well. I've got plenty more content on soccer formations, positions, my football league explained videos. Subscribe to the Snowman Sports Media for more content, and I'll see you soon. Cheers.